Hey, what's good everyone? My name is Adam Levine Perez. I'm an urban educator, I'm a content creator, and I'm a creative entrepreneur. Thank you for checking in. I make videos for 3 reasons. Number 1, challenge you to grow. Number 2, encourage you to reach higher. And number 3, remind you that yes, you already have what it takes to make it happen out there. Today we're going to talk about personal finance. Now, I've never been one to talk about my own finances. Not because I'm rich, because I'm not. But I have been able to make some sort of passive income and a nice little stream of passive income for some time now. And I also realized, to be honest, I'd be more of a jerk if I didn't share how a kid like myself, a first generation Latino kid from the South Bronx who grew up in public housing, could go from that to owning and renting properties and creating a stream of passive income from that. So if you're still interested, roll that intro. Okay, so let me paint this picture for you. It's a few months before my summer vacation between junior and senior year of high school. I'm a 17-year-old kid looking for a summer job that pays a little bit more than minimum wage. So I dug a little on the internet, did a little research, and I found this seasonal lifeguarding gig. And growing up, I was a swimmer. So I got the job and I realized very quickly that every year I would actually get an increase, a raise, maybe $1 or $2. So what started off at like $12.50 would go up to $13.50, $15.50, and I think we maxed out somewhere around $18 or $20 an hour. So we're gonna go to my first paycheck. I remember it being somewhere between $900 to $1,000, and that was every 2 weeks, okay? And I was super hype about it, and I didn't really know what to do. I went with my fellow lifeguards to the check cashing place that was right across the street from where I used to work. And while I was online, I was looking at those signs and they have fees. I was like, all right. And me being the cheap guy that I was, well, that punched me right in the gut because I saw that it was charging somewhere around $20 or about 2% of my check. I was like, what? $20 to cash my money? You're out of your mind. You are out of your mind. So I handed them my check and took the money. I wasn't gonna just leave, but in the back of my head, I was like, I swear on everything I love, I will never do this again. All of that was in the back of my head, like muscle memory. And when I left that check cashing place, I was like, I should really go to a bank. So we're gonna do some quick math. Stay with me, y'all, all right? And I'm gonna show you how my summer job was able to help me invest in my first property. Okay, so I would make close to $1K every 2 weeks. All right, that's $1,000 every 2 weeks. Lifeguarding season was about 2 to 3 months. Let's say that's about 12 weeks of work. I would have 6 pay periods because you get paid every 2 weeks. It's about $6,000 a summer, give or take, because obviously our income did go up every summer. The first summer, I saved about half. So that's like $3,000. Keep that here. My next 2 summers, I saved about 80% of my lifeguard money. Again, keep that here. By the time I was 21, I had managed to save $20,000. So now I started around 17 or 18 years old. That's roughly around $5,000 a summer. Now I know what some of y'all are gonna be saying.
Oh, we got bills to pay. Some of us have this, some of us have that.
Well, how did I do it? A lot of YouTubers and a lot of other people, they would say it's a minimalist lifestyle. I called it being cheap as yeah, no, I was cheap. I didn't really go out like that. I didn't really see the value of having to spend money on popping bottles. I didn't see the value in, always buying the latest sneakers, the latest clothes. Now, don't get me wrong. I love those things, but I would budget for them. So now if you can manage to save the $5,000 over 4 years, 4 to 5 years, that's $20,000 to $25,000. The next step there for me was, well, how can I invest this? I stumbled upon those real estate websites and I saw a studio apartment in the Bronx that was around 70 to 80K. And I learned that I only needed 20% down payment. And I was like, yo, I could buy this. Like I could legit put down the down payment, figure out how to get the mortgage and finance it. And I was like, for someone like myself, I was like, this is crazy. I never thought that people owned property. I didn't understand that. You know what I mean? I grew up in housing. I thought everyone rented or were subsidized by the government. And then I saw some people that owned and I just assumed that they've had it in their family for generations or they were just like the lucky rich people in this world. I didn't understand how wealth worked and I didn't understand how money worked. I didn't understand how real estate worked. But I did understand that I had the 20% down payment for that studio apartment. So what did I do? So I spoke to my mom because I myself couldn't actually get approved for a mortgage. I couldn't finance it, but she could. So we went in on this together. I put down the down payment, she got the financing, and we were able to own this property. I was living at home and we were both living in the same place. So we were able to rent it out. Now, all things put together, the mortgage and the maintenance was about $650. We rented it out for about $950, maybe $1,000. And for those of you that live in New York, That's a very low rent. That would give us back $300 to $350 per month on it. That's not bad for a 21, 22-year-old kid. Plus, I was building equity. And this was just the beginning for me. I mean, when I saw that you can make some real money doing real estate, I was like, hold up, this is great. And that apartment is currently listed on the market right now for $150,000. I mean, my friends, it really nearly doubled in value in a decade. So that $20,000 investment has really and significantly truly paid itself off. And that's what this video is all about, is how a kid from the South Bronx with a decent summer job turned his seasonal gig into a real estate investment property within 4 years while graduating high school and going to college. My friends, this isn't a flex. This video is literally made to encourage you, because if I could do it, then you could do it. All right? Peace.